video, we are going to look at the tool Comic Creator. It's a free tool to enable your students to make comics. There are a lot of really fancy comic creators out there, but most of them require students to use their email or their Facebook account in order to create an account, or the teacher has to pay a lot of money. So this is a free and simple tool that does not require student email. You can find this tool at readwritethink.org. And if you look under Parent and After School Resources, you will find that it is located as a game and tool. And you can find it under the Comic Creator. You can also search for it there. So we're going to get started. The first thing that Comic Creator will ask you to do is put a name for your cartoon. So we'll do In the Library. And then it'll ask you to add a subtitle below if you would like. And In the Stacks. And then you put down the author or the authors. And, you can leave that as a first name. It does not have to give any personal identifying information. Then you can click this, and it'll ask you how many panels do you want for your comic strip. So we'll select the 3-panel for this purpose. Okay, let's take a look at the Comic Creator interface here. You'll see that you're able to scroll back and forth between the different panes. And we'll look at this in a moment. Down here you also have some ways to add things to your comic. So this is an extremely user-friendly tool that could be used by elementary kids as well as high school. First thing you may want to do is to change your background. So you can just scroll through it until you find one that seems to work for you. There's quite a few there. So, we'll say that we're going to choose that one. And you have the ability to caption it as well. Okay. From there, it's time now you can add the various artifacts you want there. So let's click on the first one with the people icon. And note that you have a variety of people that you can scroll through. So, as well as non-people. So that you can just have fun with it. Let's say we're going to go with that person. I can drag that person over there. And let's say that we next want to have that person say something. You can click onto the balloon, the talking balloon. And the same thing happens. We're able to scroll through to a couple of different speech bubbles here, including thinking ones and all kinds of different fun things that the person could say. So let's say we're going to have that person shush. You drag it up. Let's say I want to put another person there. And maybe add another speech bubble. Or a speech there. And you also have the props button. So we can look at the props button. And there are all kinds of props that could be used. So you can just, after a while, the kids will get familiar with them and, know which ones they want to use. Notice that there are indoor ones. There's also outdoor ones. We'll put that there. Okay, so let's say that we're finished with that one. Next, we can scroll to the next panel. Here is the comic a little bit more filled out. I've added a second and third pane here. Maybe I'll add a caption as well. And notice that as you click on people, you can add them, you can subtract them, um, or objects as well. So you can, pretty much do, whatever makes sense to you. Let's say we'll bring her back. Notice there's a little plus here. You can click on people, you can change their skin tone, their faces, their hair structure, whatever you would like. So you can do that as well. And when you're finished, just click Finish. And you have some choices at this point. You can print it, you can go back and work some more, you can start a new cartoon. So I'm going to say print. And you may choose to print this. You can also, and if your printer is set up that way, you can save it as a PDF file, and then you'll have it so the student can pass it in. Have the student name it. Um, Save it, and then you have a PDF. And that PDF can also be colored, or additional words can be added. It can be used as a story starter for some other activity. So this is a great, easy to use tool that anybody can use to add some additional uh, opportunities to write, to talk, to collaborate with each other while using your resources in the library.